Hey guys, good afternoon. Today is June 11 and then is another Friday. So actually yesterday the Adobe stock rose up 4% and Spotify also rose up 4%. DocuSign rose 2%. So actually is a lot of people think that actually this year 2021 Adobe's stock price rise up is a little bit slowed down. But yesterday it suddenly climbs up 4% and then the Q2 earning is closed. Does it mean that the Q2 earning will be a good news to all of us? So actually let us have a quick look. I just take a quick look on it because actually those status is the last quarter. That means from this year January to March. So we just have a quick look because the new Q2 earning is coming very soon. So let's start. Actually, Falcon portfolio did much better on this week because it rose up back again from 65% to 70% just in 1 or 2 days, 16 months. So if you want me to analyze any stock or you want to email me, then you can directly leave your comment under the YouTube or email to me by usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. So this is Adobe climbs up before the Q2 earning. The Q2 earning will be released very soon. Does it mean it will have a good news on us? Right? Let's start. So this is our Falcon portfolio. Last week, the performance is 65%. And then this week we have 70%. And actually this year we have 8%. I'm not very happy with the Falcon 350,000 portfolios performance, actually because it is outweighed by the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is nearly 9% and then we only have 8%. So actually we may adjust the portfolio. So please follow our channel, then I will immediately tell everyone when it is being adjusted. So this is Dow Jones. Yesterday rise up a bit. But for Nasdaq, it less than 200 points, then it makes the new high. You have to be aware of that. You can see the 52-week high is 14 and 211. Now it's just 190 points, then it reached another new high. So let's talk about Adobe. A lot of people is worrying if it supports the new Apple devices, and the answer is yes. You can see that there is two cloud is the king of the Adobe, is the Creative Cloud and the Document Cloud, and Creative Cloud is the queen. So you can see that Creative Cloud app performance surges more than 80% on M1 processor MacBook Pro against Intel based systems. Actually, we don't know what M1 is, right? We know it's very powerful, but we don't know what it is because it's quite mysterious from Apple. And then we just know that the GPU is inside, and then we know that actually M2 is coming very soon. And then it's very powerful. And actually, this is just few days before. You can see there's I think it's a new iPad, is it? I think it's an iPad Pro, something like that. Then actually this performance is outweigh the Intel based. That means it's outweigh any other devices is not from Apple's M1. That's the point for Adobe. You know, I want to buy an iPad Pro, but this is too expensive. In Hong Kong, it's nearly about 1,400 US dollar or 1,500 US dollar. It's quite expensive, and it's very big, but it is very beautiful. It's very beautiful. Then I'm still thinking on it. Then this is Adobe's headquarters. Actually, I make a short look for you so you don't need to calculate by yourself. So for the past 3 years, 2018, Adobe's stock price rise at 27.4%. And 2019, 48.4%. Last year, 51%. Whoa, something like that, right? But this year, only 7%. So it's quite slowed down. It's quite slowed down. So does it mean actually Adobe's business is slowed down? Let us take a quick examine. But you can see from the Google pie chart that actually the PE is just 46.5. Not expensive. It's quite reasonable. This is the new Apple M1 processor. And the GPU is inside. And there is the new M2 will coming up very soon, maybe in this quarter or at the last quarter of this year. So actually this is very powerful, and Adobe already adjusted its product, all of its products, to suit the iOS. That's the key reason, the main reason, because we don't know what M1 is. M1 is mysterious by TSM made together with Apple. We don't know what it is, but we just know that there is a GPU inside the M1 and it's very powerful. So I have made a brief summary on Adobe's first quarter. I don't list every detail because this is an old one. This is the first quarters, and the second quarters is coming up. So I just want to compare this with the 1 year before data. So you can see the revenue, all in US dollar in billion. The revenue increased at 26.3%. And subscription of the Creative Cloud, it occupied 92% of the revenue of Adobe. Increased at 31.2%, is a high growth. And the net income, that means the net profit, is 1.261 billion, increased at 32% compared to 2020, the same period. And the net profit rate, 42%, a little bit slowed down. 1 year before is 55%, just 3% less. And it has a lot of cash. The cash on hand is 3.452 billion, increased at 20.4%. And the long debt is just 4.6 billion. So you can see actually it is a net cash company, right? Because 1 year you can see the net income is 1.26. So 1 year's net income plus the cash on hand is much larger than the long debt. That means this is a net cash company. I don't see actually it slow down, but the net income rate a little bit slow down. By product, Creative Cloud occupied 83%. Drawings. I have used it a bit for the Creative Cloud because my colleague let me try it. I don't know how to use it because actually it's quite complicated. It's very complicated. You have the drawing, you can draw everything, and you can fill the colors. You can add a lot of effect onto it. And Photoshop is very complicated because actually previously my colleague is doing some design for the leaflet, for the company profile, for anything, then it to be very precise. So actually he subscribed to Adobe Photoshop. Then is the Creative Cloud. And then is the Document Cloud. Actually Document Cloud is one of the category I want to talk about. Let us go on first. You can see that actually the revenue growth for the past year in an average is 14%, right? Q2, Q3, Q4 is history, right? It's 14%. And then this year, 2021 Q1 is 26%. And then from Adobe's internal guidance, the whole year, fiscal year of 2021, the revenue growth will be 20%. That's charming, right? That's charming. Because last year is 14 and then this year is 20. Then it is very charming. It's quite good, very good actually. And this is the gross profit. And you can see the gross profit of Adobe is quite, quite stable, very stable. on fiscal year 9, 7, 5, 3, 1, and fiscal year now is quite stable, about 86 to 82 something. And then we know that the net profit is about 32 to 35%. So this is what I cut from the Adobe pages, but actually I didn't use it before because I no need to use it. So you can see that is for the Creative Cloud, you can have the Lightroom. Lightroom, from my understanding, is the showcases of your photos. You can put your masterpieces into the Lightroom, and then you can add a lot of effect. Add it to your picture, to your photos, or to your, how to say, videos. I think it is. Well, I think it can. I don't know. And then it's Adobe Live. That means you can do something real time from the designer, illustrator, photograph, and other photos. I don't know if it can be used on the smartphone. I think so. I think you can use the smartphone, but just for large photos, big photos, or for some video, you have to use the iPad, or you have to use the desktop. That's it. You can pick up whatever you like on the Adobe. I don't know if you can do it on the cell phone. I think you can, right? Actually, you can pick up the apps. Now they call it apps. You want, right? Then you can have the Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Acrobat, where we use a lot for Photoshop and Acrobat, and then Premiere Pro. A lot of people talking about Premiere Pro, but I don't know what it is because actually I didn't use it. So actually this is not trial for, you can try it for free, but actually you have to subscribe first. You subscribe and then input your credit card information, then maybe you subscribe for 1 month or half a year, and then you can try for 1 week free of charge. It doesn't mean that you can try for free and not register anything. You still have to register, right? There is a lot of apps inside, right? This is for creative design, and then there is PDF e-signature, and then commerce. Then a lot of them, you can go into Adobe, the web page, then you can pick up a lot of the so-called apps for your personal use that suits you. So this is the Creative Cloud charging plan. To me, it's quite expensive. It divided into individuals, that means like us, our company business, for teaching users, for school and university. It's very powerful, very amazing. But I think it's very expensive. You can see for all apps, wow, $52.99 per month, 1 month. A lot of people will use, what's that? Photoshop. And then it's something like $21 per month. And then for Acrobat, now increased to nearly $15. So a lot, an Illustrator, and Lightroom, and then Premiere Pro, a lot of is quite expensive. I think it's quite expensive. And actually you can use the photography, then it has 20 gig storage for you. So actually all those things is very realistic, but I think it's very expensive, quite expensive, right? But you have to use it because actually I can't find any copy version till now already. I used it, honestly speaking, I used the copy version of Adobe, but more than 10 years before, more than that. If for recent 8 to 10 years, I don't find any copy version of Adobe, not even close. Not even close. You have some software in the internet you can pick up, but not even close to Adobe. Adobe is very powerful, especially for you to have drawing, have painting, have some Photoshop design. You have to do something very powerful. You can pick up a lot of elements from the app, from the software. Then maybe your only choice is Adobe. That's what I think. And actually, why I especially spotted Document Cloud, because actually we can see all the similar competitors a little bit close to Adobe is on the market. Adobe herself, Autodesk, Microsoft, Salesforce, Shopify, and DocuSign. Of course, you can buy all the stock, right? But I don't think you will. Actually, I think for the Creative Cloud, Adobe is still the number one. Still the number one, must be. But for Document Cloud, I think it needs to invest more because a lot of competitors is coming up, like Microsoft, like Salesforce, like DocuSign. DocuSign's e-signature, and on the business by the contracts, I think it's doing very, very good and very much quite close to Adobe. That's what I think, and also Autodesk. So actually, I think Adobe, why this year is not, the stock price is not rise up like last year, because DocuSign come up, Salesforce come up, Microsoft come up. I think that's the reason. But of course, that is just occupy the 70% of Adobe sales. But actually, I don't want Adobe to lose on the Document Cloud. That's what I'm thinking. So I think actually Adobe need to invest more on that. So you can see for the PE ratio, Adobe is quite, actually Adobe is just the latest four expensive on the PE. And the most cheap one is Microsoft, because you know it has the window, it has Windows, it has the Surface, then it has a share, not quite like Adobe. And Adobe is actually quite cheap, just PE is 40. DocuSign very expensive, Shopify very expensive, Salesforce and Autodesk is quite reasonable. You can see this one quite clear. Adobe's gross profit margin 787, Autodesk 91. All of them, the gross profit margin is quite high. But actually Adobe, to me, it satisfies me because actually its net profit is 32 to 35%. We know that DocuSign very low, but actually it start to earn money. Salesforce okay, and then Microsoft of course okay because we have. But Autodesk, Shopify, and DocuSign still we need to wait for the profit come in. So actually I hope actually the Q2 earning will come up very soon. Maybe just 1 or 2 weeks or in few days, then I will have a very detailed explanation to all of you. And I have a very, I'm very confident in Adobe. I'm quite confident in Adobe because actually I don't think that for Creative Cloud or for Photoshop, any other company now can compete with Adobe. But of course, I don't want you to lose on a Document Cloud, although that is the small portion of his income. That is what my comment. And if you ask me, is it a good chance for you to buy Adobe? I suggest you to wait for the Q2 earning first. If for the Q2 earning, and then the speed of the increase of the revenue and the net profits still in a good speed, then I think you can buy it. Right? I think you can buy it. Okay, thank you for watching, and then as now is another Friday, so I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend. If you like this video, please give me a comment, and then if you like this video and you think your friends will also like this video, please share to your friends, and then press the subscribe button and then press the bell icon, so whenever there's a new video come up and uploaded, then YouTube will inform you immediately. Okay, then thanks for watching. Let us meet again in next Friday. Bye bye.